Welcome back to part 2 of our 2025 grades for our team position by position. We covered quarterbacks already. Now we're getting set to cover the running back room. That includes the fullback. In case you didn't know, Miami has deployed a fullback over the last 4 seasons. His name is Alec Ingold. He's pretty damn good. So we're going to talk about him and the 3 running backs that lit up the scorecard this year. So we'll see you in just a sec. Hello and welcome back to the 305 Gridiron. This is our end of season positional grades. We've covered the quarterback. Now we're covering the running back and the fullback positions. Josh, it was a hell of a year for our running back room. And honestly, it was the best position on the field. Spoiler alert. Best position, hands down on the field. Best position was the running back room. Of course, it's led by Devon Achane. We had newcomer Ollie Gordon in the swing of things this year. We lost Jalen Wright for the beginning of the year, but we ended up seeing him kind of slow his roll back in at the end of the year. And then, of course, our fullback, who this may have been his final season with Miami, but we appreciated having him. Yes. Alec Ingold was here for the show. Guys that were on the team for a hot second, but we didn't really get a chance to see. Alexander Madison, he was supposed to be our pound the rock guy. He gets hurt early in the season. Jeff Wilson Jr. had a cup of coffee with us. And then JaMychal Hasty and Donovan Edwards, I don't know if they ever actually even put on the uniform. But those guys at one point in this season were on the official depth chart, so we have to put them on the list. It's just that's what people tell us.
That's what the fans expect.
So let's start. We're going to go. We went from the bottom to the top with the quarterbacks. You want to just keep going the same thing?
Yeah, let's do it. Yep.
All right. We're going to start with our boy, Jalen Wright. Rookie last year, came in looking a little hot and cold in his rookie season. Really never got a chance to kind of get into the swing of things. Still only 22 years old. Unfortunately, suffers an injury, I think, before the season even started. Or in week 1. I can't quite remember when the injury was, but he missed the first half of the year, if not more than half the year. Comes back in the second half. He has one really good game where he took over for Achane.
Yep.
And he had 100 and some odd yards. He finished the season with 288 yards on the ground with 2 touchdowns. Through the air, not much to write home about. 5 catches on 9 targets for 44 yards. How did you grade out Jalen Wright's second year in the NFL?
Yes. So at first it was going to be an F because he got passed up by a rookie. I'm a huge Jalen Wright fan. I was a big fan of us drafting him out of Tennessee. And then he picked it up. He had that really good game. He somehow towards the end of the season supplanted Ollie Gordon as RB2 and then became RB1 when Achane went down, unfortunately, with the injury. Yeah. I graded him as a C, very kind of white toast, very middle of the pack vanilla, because he had a bunch bad, he had some good, and the good was significant enough to outweigh the bad. So, I hope he sticks around because, to your point, he is very young. He is very talented. He's a very talented running back when he puts his mind to it and when he's not taking the wrong holes that the line is opening up for him. Yeah. But yeah, it was a C for me.
Yeah, 4th round pick, man. You would like to think he'll stick around. Only 22 years old, drafted in the 4th round just 2 years ago now. My biggest beef with him, I've said it all season. I haven't been quiet about it. The dude on first point of contact just collapses. Yeah, and he runs into his offensive lineman all too regularly. He can't seem to find the hole if it was lit up like a goddamn Christmas tree. And, that's a problem in the league. I think, outside of just having pure athletic ability about a running back, your vision is everything. LaDainian Tomlinson, many would consider to have the best vision of all time. Yeah. I mean, he was absolutely incredible. He could find a gap in the offensive line no matter how small it was. And Jalen Wright, unfortunately, can't find the biggest gaping hole that is available to him. So I gave him a C as well. I thought, same as you, I was headed right towards an F on this one. Till he came back. He had one good game.
Yep.
The final game of the year against the Patriots, he got game scripted out because we were getting shellacked so bad.
Yeah.
So overall, Jalen Wright, I think, is on the roster bubble considering that there's a new regime coming in.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate for him, but I don't think he'll have a hard time finding work as a 22-year-old running back.
And the irony is kind of a little spoiler alert for my grade. I graded Ollie Gordon slightly better than Jalen Wright. But when you compare their stats, they both had 70 carries. And Jalen Wright had more yards, and had a better yards per contact. You know what I mean? So
I think the stats are lying to you there, though, because not that you're wrong. You're absolutely right.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
When we first deployed Gordon, it was literally only on short yardage situations.
Correct.
It was like, bro, go get me a yard, right? Which in the past is something, by the way, we absolutely sucked at. And the emergence of Ollie Gordon, we were actually terrific at it this year. Ollie was very good at getting that 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 yardage. And I was so pumped to see him do more. Unfortunately, he ends up getting benched.
Which is shocking to me.
Reasons unknown to us.
Yeah, it's crazy.
As you mentioned, also had 70 carries, 199 yards, only 2.8 yards per carry. I largely blame that on how he was used. He had 3 touchdowns, and then through the air, he just had 7 catches for 32 yards. So statistically, it was not a great season.
And a touchdown. He had that beautiful touchdown. Yeah.
That 28-yarder or whatever.
That was the most of his receiving yards.
Yeah, it was all pretty much all of it. Yeah. I'll go ahead and just reveal the lead. I gave him a B on this one. How did you see him grade out?
Yeah, honestly, exactly the same. And for those of you, we should have mentioned this at the top of the show. We have not shared each other's grades, so we don't know what each other graded these.
No idea what he's coming out with over here. I expected him to say a D over here.
A+. No, I gave him a B as well. I like the fact that his ball security as a rookie was phenomenal when you compare it to Jalen Wright, who had 2 fumbles, one of which was a loss. Ollie Gordon did not have a fumble or a loss, which was nice.
I am going to be stuck on Ollie Gordon for a long time, I think, as like a fan.
Me too.
Because I can't help but look at that 2023 college season and think to myself, that player's still there. That player who led the entire nation in rushing and touchdowns for a running back position is still there.
Yeah. Who's also, mind you, 6'1", 225.
Yeah. He fell to the 6th round. And then if you also remember that another really big running back who came out of college and didn't really start off his career too hot by the name of Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Took 2 to 3 years. Stay with me. Derrick Henry, when he came into the NFL, was not the Derrick Henry that we root for right now. He couldn't even beat out Deion Lewis, if you remember correctly.
I do.
when he came into the league. So I don't think it's that far-fetched to say that Ollie could be successful. That's the same as saying that you and I could win the lottery. But I just want to point it out that
that'd be nice.
Derrick Henry did not come out, and this has been a knock on big running backs. Every draft season we hear it, right, from the talking heads. Don't draft a big running back. I don't care how productive he was in college. They don't succeed in the NFL.
Doesn't translate. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And for the first 2 years of year and a half, 2 years of Derrick Henry's career, that was true. And then he just turned into King Henry and absolutely exploded.
And then is probably going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the rest is history. The rest is history. I'm just saying, keep an eye on Ollie Gordon. I'm going to be just relentless with my support for him.
Same. I mean, blind love for this dude. I was a huge fan of us drafting him. I was doing backflips on in our group chat. I mean, it should turn into a very productive running back. Obviously, it depends on the offensive line. It depends on the coaching. It depends on what plays and how much he gets and all this other stuff. But if he's put in the right situation and given the opportunities, this man will succeed in the NFL in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I don't know why the league hates bruiser backs, because I think the other back we really liked in this draft was Kyle Monangai out of Rutgers. He ends up going in the 7th round to the Bears.
He turned it around too.
And he looked pretty good in his limited carries this year too. So the league hates.
Yeah, he'll probably honestly he'll be their de facto RB2, but really splitting carries next season. I wouldn't
be surprised if he competes for it.
All right, let's talk about the one player all of us came here for.
Who's that?
Well, Alexander Madison, obviously.
Of course.
No. Devon Achane, right? I will let you introduce our beloved Miami Dolphin.
Yeah, the Devon Achane is the MVP of our team. He is the best
100%.
player on our team. The coach who comes to this team is going to come to this team because Devon Achane is here. He is dynamic. He's
Mhm.
exciting. He had nearly 2,000 yards from scrimmage this year,
Mhm.
1,350 on the ground, 488 through the air. He had 12
Crazy.
touchdowns on the season. He had 4 big plays in the passing game alone, 13 big plays in the running game, which is a play of 20 yards or more.
Yep.
This man only fumbled the ball once this year and didn't even
No,
lose
I
it.
think he recovered it. Yeah.
Yeah, he is the epitome of what you want at the running for an explosive running back.
Mhm.
He's not a bruiser. He's not Josh Jacobs. He's more Christian McCaffrey. He's not Jonathan Taylor, right? He's not those guys that are going to run people over.
No.
He's
Very
those guys.
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
he's Alvin Kamara. Yeah, he's the guy who you're going to try to wrap his ankle and he's going to kick you in the face and keep going.
He's gonna jump over you.
Right. He's going to jump over you. He's going to juke you out of your shoes. He's going to do
Mhm.
spin moves. Early on in the season, when our team was absolutely awful, he was single-handedly scoring all of the points.
It was crazy, dude.
The offensive philosophy was just get Achane the ball,
Just give it to him.
and he'll somehow find a way to score. I'll never forget like the 4th and 13 in the goal in the red zone, and we
Mhm.
throw a screen pass to Devon Achane. What a stupid play call! He scores. Absolutely crazy.
He didn't score on that one, did he?
But if he didn't, he got to the 1.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
real close.
Crazy. Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of the fade.
You're thinking of the fade, yeah.
Against Baltimore, which was
No,
fucking
this was like the
ridiculous.
straight
Yeah.
up like, hey, Achane dropped 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage and Tua threw it to him
The Mike
on
McDaniel
4th
special.
on 4th and 13 or something like that, and he scores a touchdown off of it. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, listen, how did you? I have a feeling of how you graded out Achane's season, but I think I need to hear it from you.
Yeah, I mean, I gave him a C plus. No, I'm kidding.
You're
I,
full of it.
I gave him an A. This was the easiest grade of anyone on this team, in my opinion. If I could give him a higher grade, I would. He was S tier, if you will, from a video game standpoint.
Yeah.
I gave him an A. The real big stat for me, outside of the ones that you mentioned, was his average scrimmage yards per game, which was basically 115. It was 114.9.
Crazy.
And that is with the opposing defense knowing that the entire team, the entire offense runs through HN.
Yeah.
So on a team with a quarterback and some wide receivers and a coaching staff that knows how to play and knows how to coach and scheme players open, that could be close to 150 scrimmage yards on average per game. It was absolutely bananas. What about you?
Yeah, I gave him an A as well. I fully believe he's right up there with, if we look at the running back landscape this year, it was absolutely incredible. We had so many good running backs this year. James Cook in Buffalo was phenomenal. Bijan in Atlanta finally looking like Bijan.
Yeah.
CMC, it just seems to be invincible at this point.
Saquon.
Derrick Henry in a down year still had some runs that made you just go, what the hell? How old is this dude again?
Yeah.
And then of course Jonathan Taylor in Indianapolis before they lost their quarterback, him and Daniel Jones were leading that team to the Super Bowl. It looked like
Jesus,
they were unstoppable. So
like undefeated type season they were looking like. I mean, it was crazy.
I think Achane fits right up there with those guys. I think there's a top 5, top 6 that includes him. You have to give him an A. If you're not a fan of him, I don't really know what else you want, to be honest. He does a little bit of everything.
I will. The only question mark with Devon Achane is not about him as the player or him as the person. It's about how much he's going to cost us, because we obviously have to re-up him now. He's in the final year of his contract next year. And we can't let him go. I know you have your varied opinions than I do on that, given that we are rebuilding. I think you can't let a player like this leave because they don't grow on trees.
Yeah, I think it's very dependent on what you can get for him. I think if you can get a first round pick for him, that you absolutely have to do that. I don't think you could because of the landscape of the running back right now. People just aren't paying for them. When we just talked about Kyle Monunga and Ollie Gordon, 6th and 7th round. People are getting plenty of talent from the running back position later on.
You pointed it out though that Christian McCaffrey got 2 first rounders or whatever it was.
It was something like that. I don't remember what the exact compensation was, but yeah.
I'm not saying HN is at that level yet.
Yeah.
But that would be interesting.
If they could do it. So I'm just going to look it up real quick. It wasn't even a first rounder, so I was wrong. Second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth.
Jesus.
So it was a lot of draft picks.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, would you?
No, one of them, the fifth round pick was the following year. But yeah,
if somebody called you and offered that up, would you take it? So not a first, but a second, a third, and a fourth next in this upcoming draft, for example, and then a fifth in 2027. I would almost say swap them.
I think I would strongly consider it. Yeah.
Yeah. But would you pull a trigger? You have to consider it. But I mean, so assuming that Devon signs for, call it 19,
how much does he want?
I'm going to say 19 million.
Then I pulled the trigger.
Per year. Okay.
Then yeah. Because you can't rebuild around a running back. I think I made that point last time where it's just we've seen it time and time again. These teams that pay the running back, bupkis.
Well, most of them are in the playoffs. So, but yeah, no, I get your point. I do get your point.
This is an outlier season for that.
I'm saying that very tongue in cheek. Yes, I get it. Now, the one thing to remember, right, for us fans, if we do end up re-signing him, and it is for 18, 19, 20 million, the cap does go up substantially every year and has for the last couple of years. So what seems like a holy shit contract will very quickly become oh, you know what? That's not so bad.
Will I be mad about it? I think what I mean to say on this whole situation is that I'm very just kind of even on it.
You're very open to the possibility.
If we trade him, fine. I understand that we don't want to pay a running back while we're rebuilding that much money. If we decide to keep him, great. I love him. He's like my favorite player right now. I'm just very I don't have a strong opinion, like a strong reaction to whether or not we keep him.
Sure. Yeah, I like it.
Hey man, we forgot one. Alec Ingold, our fullback.
Shit.
Got to talk about him. He is the one who opens the holes for Devon Achane after all. So
giggity.
Ingold has been with us since Mike McDaniel joined the team in 2022, I believe it was.
Yes. Came over from San Fran? No, that was...
I don't remember. Juszczyk was in San Fran. I think it was Baltimore.
Or no, it was Oakland. It was Oakland Raiders.
Alec Ingold has been with the team for 4 years. This is likely his final year with the team because his cap hit next year is pretty big for a fullback.
Is it?
I believe so. I think you were saying that from Krabs, but I don't know.
Makes sense.
We're playing telephone right now. And there's not much in the way statistically to say about him. He's a fullback, right? He doesn't have a lot of yards rushing. He doesn't have a lot of pass catching. Really, all we can look at is the running backs behind him that he was blocking for. And Achane had a hell of a season. So how did you end up grading out Ingold?
Yeah, I graded him a B because he does all the dirty work. He's a great locker room guy. He's a great leader. He's a captain of the team and has been since day one, I believe, or has been for at least a couple of years. Does a lot of philanthropy work off the field, which I know we shouldn't take into account, right, when we're grading. But there's not much stats, so I got to grade him on something. And he does all the dirty work, right? He opens the holes. He eats the blocks. He's a hell of a leader. So yeah, it's a B for me.
Yeah, I ended up going with a C for him. I thought that he had some moments this year that were really kind of gut-wrenching, and a drop on a wide-open pass that would have gotten us the first down early on in the season. He's got some more whiffs than usual for him, which I think, could that be attributed to the fact that there were so many new faces on the offensive line that were maybe blocking a way he didn't expect them to? Sure. But, it's up to him, veteran leader. He's got to make those moves. I love the person. I didn't know we were taking the person into account.
I did. Here. I have a soft spot for Alec Ingold. He's if Achane is 1 on the team, Alec is number 2 for me.
I ended up going with a C for him, man. I thought it was a pretty average season for him. We've seen him really be a difference maker in seasons past, and I don't recognize. I didn't recognize that bouncing off the screen as much this year.
Fair. Fair. That's a very fair grade. Absolutely.
By the way, 29 years old this year. That will probably attribute to.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If his cap hit is what I remember it being, he'll be gone.
All right, so overall for the running back room, we gave them a B, led by Achane with an A, Ollie Gordon with a B, Alec Ingold with a B-, and Jalen Wright with a C were the grades for the running back room. So that'll do it for this episode of the 305 Gridiron. That's our running back grades for the 2025 season. For my boy Josh, a.k.a. Aqua Ace, over here on my left, I'm Anthony Pinzone. This has been another episode of the 305 Gridiron. We will see you next time for our wide receiver, pass catcher, tight end grades. All the guys who catch the ball, they're coming at you next.